Okay, picture this. You bought the fancy payroll software, you went through the whole grueling interview process, and you finally hired your very first employee. You're super excited, you go to click submit on that very first payroll run, and bam, everything freezes, you're totally locked out. Why? Well, because you forgot the hidden administrative logistics. Today, we're unpacking the real-world stuff that leaves new business owners completely dead in the water. Welcome back to Lesson 5 of the Payroll Magic Series, the 3 golden keys. You see, if you don't apply for these specific state account numbers before you hire your team, your automated payroll software literally cannot legally pay them.
Okay, let's dive into this. Imagine the sinking feeling of seeing filing blocked, missing state IDs flashing in bright red on a Friday afternoon, right when your team is expecting their money. This is the silent roadblock that catches so many new employers completely off guard. Setting up a business isn't just about grabbing a federal EIN and downloading an app. The states have their own entirely separate, locked doors, and you need the exact right keys to open them so your software can actually function. So let's look at exactly what you need to secure right now so you don't look like a rookie on payday.
All right, bringing us to key number 1, the state withholding account. Now, your shiny new payroll software, it can calculate state income taxes all day long, but it has absolutely no idea where to send that money without this specific key. You must legally register your business with your state's Department of Revenue, or, in some places it's called the state treasury. When you do this, they issue you a highly specific, unique state tax ID number. And what does this number actually do? Well, it basically acts as your routing mechanism. It tells the state government, hey, this is my business, and here's the exact income tax money I withheld from my team's paychecks.
I really want to make the stakes absolutely crystal clear here. No number, no tracking, no payroll. If you don't have this ID, the state literally cannot track the money back to your employees' tax records. And because it is a massive legal liability to hold on to unremitted tax dollars, your automated payroll system will put up a hard block. They cannot legally pay your team if they can't legally route those taxes to the state. It's a hard stop, no exceptions.
Moving right along to key number 2, the State Unemployment Tax Account, or SUTA.
So the withholding account, that's the employee's tax. Now for the employer's tax. SUTA is one of those boss taxes that you pay into the state unemployment fund just in case you ever have to lay someone off. To pay the state side, you can't just use your federal ID. You have to register specifically with your state's Department of Labor or Workforce Commission. And remember, that is a completely different government department than your withholding tax. This whole thing is all about funding the state's unemployment insurance pool, and you absolutely must have a distinct SUTA account number to participate.
Now, what's really interesting here is that getting your SUTA account isn't just about snagging a tracking number. It's about securing your specific tax rate. The state's Department of Labor doesn't just hand you an ID. They actively evaluate your business and assign you a starting rate. For instance, a construction company might have a vastly higher starting rate than a digital marketing agency simply due to the historical likelihood of layoffs in that specific field. You have to plug both your new SUTA account number and this newly assigned tax rate into your payroll system, or I guarantee you, your calculations are going to be completely wrong from day one.
Which brings us to something you cannot mess up, the critical application timeline.
This is exactly where incredibly smart people make fatal rookie mistakes. They wait until payroll week to figure this out. Here is your golden rule timeline. If your new employee's start date is next Monday, you need to register today, period. Depending on your specific state's tech infrastructure, getting these numbers can take anywhere from 5 minutes online in a best-case scenario to 3 agonizing weeks of mail delays in a worst-case scenario. Modern software is lightning fast, but man, it is bottlenecked by 1990s government processing speeds. Please, do not let that delay ruin your employee's very first payday.
So how do we actually get this done? Well, first, most states now allow you to apply for these IDs completely for free through a centralized online business portal. It just takes a little bit of time and some basic data entry. Second, if you really don't want to deal with it, you can absolutely have your CPA handle the registration for you. But the absolute most crucial takeaway here is point number 3. Never expect your payroll software to magically handle this government registration for you. I mean it. They are a processing engine. They are not your legal representative.
I really want this to sink in for a second. You are the CEO. Securing these keys is your job. Whether you delegate it to your CPA or you pour a cup of coffee and log into the state portal yourself on a Sunday afternoon, the responsibility falls squarely on your shoulders. Compliance is leadership. Taking ownership of these state IDs ensures your business runs smoothly, your employees get paid on time, and honestly, you get to sleep well at night knowing you aren't flying under the radar.
But wait, we need to talk about the missing third key. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly where you stand right now.
You might think that having your state withholding ID and your SUTA ID means you're totally done, but actually, you're only 2/3 of the way there. You still have a massive 33.4% gap remaining in your state compliance armor. There is one more massive state-mandated hurdle you absolutely cannot ignore if you have a team. And operating without it, it puts your entire business at extreme financial risk.
So you have your 2 keys, sure, but what happens when the state audits your headcount for workers' comp insurance? That right there is the 3rd mandatory element. In the source material for this masterclass, we dive deep into exactly how workers' comp triggers based on your specific employee headcount, and more importantly, how to avoid getting completely wrecked by a state audit. Make sure you're subscribed to the Wealth Builders Academy and catch Lesson 6 to find out how to handle it. For now, go grab those state withholding and SUTA numbers, and I'll see you in the next lesson.